So, as a commander of an army, you have just been posed with a policy change, that being that you just found out the opposing force is larger and they outnumber you. So, how do you defeat them? That's what we're going to be answering today in my informative briefing. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, my setting I have here drawn up on my whiteboard. It's going to be Germany. So, what we have is the Danube River running horizontally, the Rhine River running vertically, and the Black Forest separating some of our troops. The blue is the friendly troops, our troops. The red is the enemy troops. Specifically right here, centered around the city of Ulm, is the Austrians. And their main force is going to be the Russians. They're just allied. But the main force is the Russians. And right now we're going to be focused on the Austrians. So, three pretty much steps into defeating a larger force. First being divide and conquer. So Andrew Roberts in one of his works quoted Napoleon and when he said, "Never interrupt your enemy while he's making a mistake." And love that quote. So in this case, our enemy, the Austrians, made the mistake of separating from the larger force, which is the Russians. That's what we're going to exploit today. So how are we going to exploit that? We're going to concentrate our force. Right here we have just behind the Black Forest, we have some of our troops that we're going to leave in place, but the majority of our troops are going to be performing a sweep maneuver and going behind the city of Ulm, behind the Austrian forces, but in between the Russians and the Austrians. And then they're going to be pushing them essentially into our forces. So what we're doing is encircling them, entrapping them, and concentrating just on this one city in order to defeat them. And this is something that was common in Napoleon's career. As historian David Chandler explains, that he's done this countless times where he achieved superiority at decisive points despite his numerical inferiority. So, yep, that's how we're going to concentrate our force. Our next step that kind of ties it all in together is going to be rapid maneuverability and speed. So during our maneuver, essentially the idea is we want to hit them so hard and so fast that they can't even respond. Element of surprise, we hit them and they just, it's just a barrage. So they don't see what's coming, and if they try to send word for reinforcements, we're already there behind them, encircling them, and prepared to intercept that. So, to recap how you would defeat this larger force, obviously after you defeated this force, you would move on and pivot and try to do the same thing with the next guys. But as far as this goes, we've identified our force that we wanted to divide and conquer, which is the Austrians. We did our little maneuver where we swept and circled them and cut them off from their main force, thanks to the terrain. Then we concentrated our force and made sure that we hit them hard and where it counts. Lastly, to wrap it all in together, we just hit them so fast and so hard that they don't have time to respond, and it's just the element of surprise. So, yep, thank you guys. That's super interesting stuff to me. Hope it is to you as well. See you later.